Hey everyone, it's Kay, and I'm at the West Regional Library. And welcome to our Week 4 program to go, which is Pika, Pika, Youuuu. So what we're going to make are these beautiful Pikachu ear headbands. And what you should have in your bag is one headband, 2 little glue sticks, 2 black pipe cleaners, a container of a little bit of black paint, a little Ziploc bag filled with polyfill, 2 pieces of yellow felt, and the things that you should have at home. Oh, wait, one more thing. You'll also have this in your bag. Sorry. This is your template. So, the things that you will have to have at home, however, are scissors, a black marker. Now you want to use a permanent marker because it'll actually write better on the felt, and a hot glue gun. Now if you need any of these items like the hot glue gun, just come to the library and let us know because we should be able to help you with that. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our template. And so it'll come like this, and what you'll need to do is cut it out. So I already have one pre-cut right here. Now you're going to take one piece of felt and you're going to lay down your template on the piece of felt. So I'm starting all the way on the corner since they have straight edges on this part, like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my marker and I'm just going to lightly trace along the edge. So that's what it will look like. For the next one, I'm just going to kind of line it up, kind of similar. Just line up the bottom piece with the straight edge, and then do the same thing. Whoop. And now you should have your 2 templates for the ears. So now what we're going to do is cut them out. Make sure to take your time cutting felt because it can be a little tricky. It works best if you have a really good sharp pair of scissors. So I have one cut out. Ta-da! Both of them are cut out. So now you'll have a good bit of felt left. So you can actually use this one later on if you want to, but remember you always have an extra sheet if you made a couple of mistakes. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get these ears folded and glued. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with this top piece. And I'm going to fold inward the side that has the black mark. So we're just going to make sure that it comes to a point when we fold it in like that. And we're going to glue that together with hot glue. And remember to be very careful with hot glue because it can be very hot. Please use a low heat, low temp one if you can. Just hold it together for a little bit, and ta-da! Now we have the tip of the ear. So what you're going to do for the rest of it is you're going to keep going down the seam. And remember, it's going to be a little bit wonky at the end, but that's okay, because we kind of want it to have a little bit of kind of overlap for later. So same thing, kind of take the glue, go down the inside edge, and glue it together. And just be very careful with the hot glue. Okay. Now we should have our little tube for our ear, like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the next one, and we'll do a little bit of library magic, and I'll be back once this one's done. Okay, so now you should have two of your ears like this. So they don't quite look like ears yet. They look like kind of like weird circles, cylinders, square, rectangle things, whatever. But we're gonna make them look like ears. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna take this little top part right here that's kind of squared off, and we're gonna kind of fold it in on each other to where it looks like that, and it makes kind of like a point. Remember to hold it down for a little while to make sure that it glues completely. Perfect. So there you go. Now it's looking a little bit more like an ear. We're going to do the same thing with this side. So this side should be good too. So now we are going to take our little pipe cleaners, and you are going to stick them into the ear all the way up to the tip. A little bit extra glue on that. So do that with both ears all the way down. Make sure it's in there real good. And what we're going to do is along the edge that you have right here that you glued, that's where we're going to glue down the pipe cleaner inside. So you're just going to take one little dab of hot glue right on the inside and pop down your pipe cleaner. Remember to hold it down, make sure that it gets nice and stuck. You will get a little glue on your hands, but that's okay. As long as you're using a low temp glue gun, you'll be fine. Okay, so I have one. And two. All right, so now it should look a little bit like this. So now you have your two ears, but now we have to stuff them. So you're going to take your little bag of polyfill. Now you may not need all of this, but you should have enough. So we're going to kind of separate it just a little bit, so that way it's going to be kind of even all the way through. So you're just going to take a little bit and kind of try to force it all the way down. And if you need to, hot glue sticks. All right, so that one looks perfect actually. Just remember to put a little bit at a time because you don't want to overstuff it. All right, so see how much we have left? It's a good amount. You can save that for another time if you want to make another one. So now we have our earpieces. So now we have to glue the bottoms up so that way none of that stuffing comes out. So what we're going to do is we are going to flatten the bottoms like this and kind of fold them up. So that way it kind of looks like that, like a triangle at the end. So we'll go ahead and glue this inside part first, so that way it is glued down. Okay. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue right here on this piece and a little bit of glue right here. So it just kind of is right on the edge. So I just can fold it over on one side and fold it over again. And then I'm going to hold it down and make sure that it glues together. Perfect. So there we go. So we're going to do the same thing to the other side. All right, so perfect. Our ears are done. So we're going to put our ears to the side now. And we're going to take our headband. So you can kind of take a look and see how much fabric that you'll need. So I'll take this scrap. And it looks like I'm going to need a little bit more than what the length of this is. So I am going to go ahead and cut a strip from this piece. And I am going to start with this. So I'm going to kind of put the glue along this side, so that way that side's going to be what I stick to this part so I can fold it over and glue it to the other side. So I'm going to go slow. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on here. And put it down like that. So I'm going to do this all the way around. So as you can see, I still have a little bit of piece left of the headband showing through. So I'm going to go ahead, see how long I need of a piece. Yeah, it's not that much. And I'll go ahead and cut it. Perfect. So ta-da, see? Kind of matched it up perfectly. So now we are going to fold all of this over and glue it around to the other side. All right. Glue is done. So you may have some pieces on your headband, like on the back, that might have a little bit of whatever color your headband is. Now, this part right here is going to be covered up by these little pipe cleaners. So it's up to you if you want to go over it with some more felt, you can. But if that's not a big deal for you, then that's also okay. So we are going to go ahead and go back to our ears. So we're going to take our headbands and our little earpieces. Now, if you think that's too much pipe cleaner for you, you can cut some of it off in order to roll it up on there. But I like having a lot to make sure that it's nice and steady. So you're just gonna attach it. By circling it around a couple times and making sure that it's nice and firm on there. We're going to do the same thing with this one. Make sure to go on both sides so that way it holds very good. All right, so now it's coming together, right? So the last step that we're going to do is we are going to paint the tips of these ears. So this is going to be more of like a finger paint kind of thing. But if you don't want to do that and you do have a paintbrush or something lying around at home, you're more than welcome to use that as well. But this is a lot of fun. So you're just going to take like kind of the top of the front of this ear and paint it black. There's just something about finger painting that's just so much fun. And I think that painting with your finger on felt kind of gets it in those little nooks and crannies a little bit better, because a paintbrush really wouldn't be able to get into that. All right, so I have one tip done, so now I'm going to move on to the next one. All right. So I'm going to use my leftover felt as a napkin. And you can just wash it off. It's just regular paint, so it'll come off real good. So once you have that painted, you have yourself your own pair of homemade Pikachu ears. And again, you can wear them to parties, just around the house if you feel like being a Pikachu, or even to conventions whenever they start up again. So, hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope you're having a great summer. Make sure to check out all of our other programs, and see you next time.